Hello everyone, this is Joey from Adelaide. Today I am going to do a slow-paced VBA tutorial. The reason for doing this tutorial is that I always find people struggling with VBA. If you are in that situation, do not be embarrassed because I was once ago a slow-paced learner for programming. The reason for that is I always wanted to know in detail how knobs work together before I commit it to my brain. So to get started with VBA, the first thing as a slow-paced learner is that we will learn about variable today. So what variable means in a programming context is that for variable they have a name. So var1 as string, for example. So in this context, our name for our variable is var1, and the type of the variable is called string. So what does that mean for you? That means that we have a storage for variable of var1 over here in the computer's memory. So is there any rules for your variable name? I would say if you try to use any special character, then VBA will show you as an error. So it's best to start with alphabetical followed by a number. If I'm not mistaken, that you can't. Yeah, so as I showing you here, so all the variable name must be start with a character name, a character. So going back to storing in the memory for your variable, why would you want to do that anyway? For the most part, right, as of Excel VBA, you could actually store your value over here in the VBA cell. I suppose you could do that, but then that would quite an efficient way to store your value in the cell. It's best to do all the computation in the memory rather than doing the computation on the cell. So the other thing is sometimes we would store in the memory because they are just temporary holder. So we want to hold some kind of value until it gets computed and then place into the cell later. So normally we do that by declaring it as a variable. So what are the types which is available in VBA? So as I've demonstrated here, we have string, we have integer, we have double, we have byte, we have a special one which is called the variant one as variant. So normally variant is used to store a collection of objects, which I will demonstrate how you can do that. Byte is the value allowed is 0 to 255. Double, I can't remember what's the range now, but I have I mean, this is quite self-explanatory, so I don't want to go reading all the value up front to you. You can see it for yourself. And then integer over here carries 65535 sorry 32767. So now that we have declared our variable. So how do we assign the value to it? So the way we do it is the following. So hello everyone, for example. So if we run this subroutine, we could see test1 carries hello everyone. Now we obviously does not want to just assign a a static value here. We can also do something. We can do some kind of computation as well. So can show you one. I am Joey. So if we run the subroutine again, as you can see, so this is test1 has become a concatenation of hello everyone and I am Joey. So as you can see here, you can do all kinds of computation to it. So same goes to integer over here. So what can we do? Let's say integer 1 equals to 2000, for example. And then at some point of time, we might want to sort of reduce it. The way that we can do it is we can say minus 1000, which would give us integer 1 as a value of 1000. Sorry, integer 1 equals to 2000. I think I have misspelled it. I think I know why. So by default, if it is not declared as a value, it will the VBA runtime will auto assign it to 0, depend on the type. So after I fix this, you should see integer 1 as 1000. Okay, so this is kind of a bad practice, but I'll show you a way to overcome this problem of mistyping the variable name in a short while. So same goes to double, but except for double can carry a decimal point. Let's say 900.01, and then double 1 equals to double 1 plus 0.05, for example. So if we run that, we can see double 1 as 900.06. So let's start doing some rubbish assignment. What does I mean by that is that let's say we do a wrong assignment of the type. So here test1 is a string, and 900 obviously is an integer because I haven't wrapped any quotation around it. And if I run this code over here, VBA have said, oh, you have a type mismatch. So to fix this, we actually need to wrap integer around no, sorry, we have to wrap the quotation around, double quotes around the value over here to indicate that this is a string. Oftentimes, right? Oftentimes, you would actually need to assign a variable into it. So the way I used to do it is the following. So I would say test1 equals to the original test1 plus converts to string. So convert the integer 1 to a string. See, now I get 1000 over here, but assume we did a a mistake in our code over here and try to do it the string concatenation with integer. It doesn't like it at all. So remember to wrap that around with the convert to string. So the next one is byte. Okay, so byte can carry up to a value or maximum of 255. Okay, so as you can see here, byte is 255. Now the moment you put in a value bigger than 255, you can see there's a obvious error over here. So remember that. So byte cannot be more than a value of 255. Now the next one is our interesting type over here, which is called variant. Variant is I think is what I call as a super duper container to to store any kind of type. So the reason is the following. So I can say variant 1 equals to test 1. Okay, so as you can see here, right here, variant 1 is the same value as test 1. So to do it in another way is I can contain a string, and if I run that, see here, variant 1 is equivalent to a string. Same goes to variant could also contain a integer. So let's run that. As you can see here, it's also a integer. But I would consider this as a bad practice, because if you just want a single assignment, just like that, to contain a single value only, you shouldn't have used variant. You should use the other types, such as the string or the integer or the double. You should avoid doing a single assignment unless you have a a very special case where you do need to do some kind of hack. Across my VBA programming experience, I had never had to come into this kind of assignment before. So what I meant by collection is the following. So the way to start off is we say I want a collection of 11 element. Okay, 11. I did say 11 on purpose. The reason is the following. Let's just run this again, and if I just drag this up a little bit so that you can see my debug window here, and if I expand that, you would actually see 11 element instead of 10. So the reason for that is the first element always start with 0. Now sometimes I have a use case where I just don't want it to start from index 0. I might want to start it from index number 1. So this is how I do it. I say 1 to 10. So if we run that and then expand that again, you would actually see the variant 1 of index 1 all the way to 10. Notice that it is still empty because I haven't assigned a value to it. So I'm going to show you how we can assign value to it. So the way we are doing it is variant 1 bracket say 5 equals to I am item number 5, for example. And if we run that, see here, so variant 1 item number 5 has been assigned to the string over here, which I've done over here. Now this is quite good. Actually, we can do a lot of things for variant. In a later session, we would do something like the following. For I equals to 1 to 10. Okay, next I. So what I meant here is, for I starting from number 1 to number 10, keep looping until you get to number 10. So what we could do is a message box variant I over here. Oops, typo here. So what it does is over here is that it will iterate it 10 times from 1 to 10, and giving me a message box of what is the content of variant 1. So as you can see here, blank 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 blank, number 5, and blank 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 blank. Okay, so this is how you iterate through a collection, which I will show you in some other future videos. Now I also want to take this opportunity to show you how you can craft a two-dimensional collection. So as you can see over here, the collection is only a single dimension. So what it means is that we have 1 to 10 as such. What if we want it to be two-dimensional? So what I meant by that is that you can have say under variant 1, you have 2 more other items. So let me just illustrate to you what does that mean, instead of trying to explain it. So let's say the following. So we have a variant 1, which the x dimension is 1 to 10, and the y dimension is 1 to 5. So what do I mean by that? Oops, my mistake. I need to comment that out. And then if I run that again, as you can see, variant 1 index 1 is another kind of collection, and if we expand that, index 1, right, on the x-axis has 5 additional items on the y-axis. So not sure you've got that clear. So the way I would demonstrate it is the following. Let's not make it such a big collection, but instead let's say this is just a two-dimensional collection which only have one item in it. Okay, or maybe it's kind of too small. Maybe let's say just 2. Okay, so it's a 2 by 2 element. So let's just run that. So variant 1 has 2 element, or variant 1 index 1, and if you have a look at 2, again is a repeat where they have 2 element in the parent component. Okay, so that's great. So we have 2 by 2 matrix over here. So how can we do a assignment to it? So the way you do it is variant 1, which is a bad name for start. We'll say 1 1 equals to I am the first item. Okay, and if I say to 2 over here, I happen to be the last item over here. So we run that. See here, I'm the first item, and if we look here, I'm the last item in the 2x2 matrix box. So that should be it for all the possible variable type. So please check out this documentation over here for more reference of the type. If you are struggling trying to do arithmetic or any concatenation on a string, or even date over here, actually date is also a type over here. Oh, I've before I bail out over here, I also want to show you that how we can use boolean value. So on or off as boolean. So let me just remove all this because we are way over this. So on or off can carry true or false. Okay, so it's like some kind of on-off switch over here. So this is quite a powerful abstraction which you will use it many times, because often you use it for your if else condition. So you want to evaluate it so that it has a true or false condition, and then it runs in, and then and run your execution over here. So let me demonstrate what I meant by that. On or off equals to true, then so this is one of our if condition over here. So what we are implying over here is that if on or off is equals to true, then run this. So let me say I am on right now. Okay, and if we run that, I am on. So imagine, right, if we are false, okay, this is just a condition to evaluate if this false. Okay, this is not an assignment because we put a if in front of it. So remember that this is to check if the condition is false. It's not an assignment. The assignment goes without a if in front of it, or any even any kind of code in front of it. So if we run that, right, see, we didn't get the message box this time. So I hope I have stated all the obvious part which you can find it useful for your VBA programming. So happy VBA programming. Goodbye.